Harris would be the first woman president, first black woman president, and first Asian president. But I don't vote for who will be the first. I vote for who will win. And for whatever reason, Harris has never been popular. You can count the number of delegates she won in the 2020 primaries on one hand, as long as that hand has no fingers. In 3 years as vice president, she's been quieter than an electric car. And like an electric car, your MAGA uncle can't explain why she fills him with homicidal rage. She just does. Sometimes life isn't fair. It's not fair that she's not popular. She's intelligent and accomplished, and in fact was put in charge of the border. And look at how... Okay, bad example.
Okay, so the Democrats have been begging for Trump to preach unity. They want Trump to be nice. They want this 78-year-old man to turn into a completely different person after one of their left-wing lunatics tried to kill him. They expect Trump to be a nice guy, to not say anything mean, to not expose Kamala Harris, the Democrat Party, for their corruption, for their bad policies, for their lies. They want Trump to just take it on the chin. They want Trump to be like McCain was back in the day after the media demonized George Bush, even though he did a terrible job in some things. The media demonized George Bush, and they attached McCain to that and destroyed him. But McCain the whole time, oh, I'm going to be nice. I won't say anything bad about Obama. He is such a nice and great man. I'm just going to talk about these policies that you guys are going to vote against, and I'm going to lose an election. So they want Trump to just take it on the chin. Please be nice. Please don't say anything mean while we call you Hitler, while we destroy you, while we call you scum, while we call you dirt. Just take it. But Trump isn't that type. That's one of the most appealing aspects about Trump. Trump said this early on back in 2015. People were saying, why are you so aggressive against the media like that? He said, I have to be, because these people are animals, man. These people are going against me. They're fake news. They're making up all types of lies. These people are vile. So I have to be aggressive and go on a counterattack, because if I'm some soft, pudgy, nice guy like Mitt Romney, I'm going to lose. Being the nice guy does not earn votes. But oh, let's preach unity while we destroy you, while we try to assassinate you, while we try to put you in prison, while we try to bankrupt you. Why don't you be a nice guy and preach unity? Please. So let's get into the CNN clip. We're going to talk about how emotional these people are. These people have nothing policy-wise. They have nothing to talk about. So all they do is go off of emotions, and that's what their voters are trained to do. A bunch of emotional voters and even more emotional propagandists. But let's look at this first clip right here to see their reaction to something that Trump just said in regards to Kamala and the Democrat Party.
Is clearly feeling like himself again after surviving an assassination attempt 12 days ago. Here's what he said on Fox this morning.
I get a kick out of one thing. They say, sir, you just got hit with a bullet. Maybe he's changed. Be nice. And I'd love to be nice, but I'm dealing against real garbage.
The Harris campaign responded to that interview with a statement. It came out within moments, and here is what the subject line said. 78-year-old criminal's Fox News appearance. And among the biting lines inside that email, after watching Fox News this morning, we only have one question. Is Donald Trump okay?
The Harris campaign is characterizing this tone as him being flustered and lashing out. And I can tell you, the more that we hear Republicans, the former president tried to frame this contest in racialized terms, in terms of gender, I think it only sort of adds rocket fuel to the Harris campaign, because you have people that are going to become even more animated, you know, when they hear things like, oh, she's a DEI candidate. Well, you have voters that are going to say in kind, well, we'll show you a DEI candidate. We're going to go ahead and we're going to vote for her in the fall.
I mean, there was an expectation that the unity would last over the course of the convention. Maybe there would be some spillover effect, but that it certainly would not be the characterization of the campaign going into the fall. And even to that end, when Joe Biden, the president, was on the campaign trail in Las Vegas. The gloves were off for him. He was saying that Donald Trump was lying like hell. What the hell is the matter with this guy? I mean, he amped up his rhetoric even before the convention was over. And so it just seems like it was destined to be short-lived.
No question.
Even as it happened.
And it seems like they are struggling to find something that will stick. They are testing all sorts of things. It was laughing Kamala, now it's lying Kamala. There's the DEI stuff that they're attacking her for, the border, Israel and Gaza over the weekend. And this pollster said, well, it depends actually on how Trump responds. If he goes low, then it's going to backfire on him, because this is what people remember about Donald Trump. This will bring up those feelings that they don't like about Donald Trump.
Erase the amnesia.
Exactly.
So there you have it. Trump was completely right. But you heard that analyst right there. She's talking about, well, the voters, they're going to be upset at what Trump said, so they're going to turn out to vote. Really? Voting on emotions, man. This is so destructive to the country. These people don't know anything about policies. They don't give a damn about how a candidate is going to impact their life. Look at the people in Chicago with all the illegal immigrants. The people in the lower income neighborhoods are being overrun. The city is spending resources on the illegal immigrants while neglecting the citizens who desperately need the help. But because they're so emotional, they said, well, the mayor, he's a black Democrat, so we love him. He's great. And Kamala, she's black. And Trump is a mean man. Even though Trump would actually help us, his immigration policies would actually help our neighborhood. We're emotional. So we're going to vote against Trump, and we're going to vote for the black lady, even though her policies are going to hurt us. And that's just one of many examples. This whole unity thing is complete BS. They're talking about, oh, please be nice. No. Y'all tried to assassinate this man, and it was just exposed that the person who tried to assassinate him is some Trump-hating Biden supporter. But who knew? They sitting there talking about, oh, he's a registered Republican, please. Only sheep will fall for that, and many sheep have fallen for it. But this whole unity thing is BS. You heard Joe Biden on his exit speech. Well, he didn't leave the office, but when he was leaving the race, he was saying, I'm doing this to unite my party. He didn't say, I'm trying to bring the country together. He didn't say all Americans. He's trying to appease the powers that be in his party. Barack Obama, all the rich mega donors and all of that, that's who he's doing that for. When they talk about unity, what the Democrats mean when they say unity is, let us destroy you without you putting up much resistance. So Trump, why don't you just take it on the chin? Why don't you just sit back and let us bankrupt you? Why are you trying to appeal these BS felonies that we threw against you with a bunch of left-wing jurors up there in New York City with a corrupt-ass left-wing judge? Why don't you just take it? Why are you trying to appeal that? When we had Fannie Pack Willis down there trying to throw you in jail in Georgia for some BS, why were you resisting? Just take it. Let's preach unity. Be a nice guy and just let us abuse you. These people are so full of crap. Now let's get into the second clip here of Trump. He's saying, look, I can't be a nice guy. Like he said, these people are animals. These people are garbage, man. He is going against an evil machine of communists, because that's what these Democrats are. They're exposing themselves as communists. You see, they won't even let their voters decide who the nominee is. This communist, corrupt-ass machine needs to be stopped, and you cannot stop it by being a nice guy. If you be the nice guy, they're going to abuse you. You give them 1 inch, they're going to take them out, because they will not be nice at all. We saw one of those analysts, surprisingly, she actually said some of the stuff that Biden just said a couple of days ago, how Trump is such a terrible guy, he's a liar, stuff like that. But let's look at this clip here just to see what Trump is talking about, and let's get some more of this emotional ass response. Because remember, when it comes to policy, they have nothing.
I mean, one of the things that might be getting under Trump's skin is all this talk about Kamala Harris over the last several days. And he has really come out with some pretty nasty rhetoric. Let's listen to what he had to say at his rally yesterday.
I was supposed to be nice. If you don't mind, I'm not going to be nice. Kamala Harris wants to be the president for savage criminals, illegal aliens. She's committing crimes. I'm the prosecutor, and he's the convicted felon. She couldn't pass her bar exam. She's totally against the Jewish people. She is a radical left lunatic who will destroy our country. Kamala, you've done a terrible job. You've been terrible at everything you've done. You're ultra-liberal, and we don't want you here. We don't want you anywhere. Kamala, you're fired.
And so to talk about that is to try to other her and say her story is not the American story, but because of her story, she's also very attached to other people's aspirations.
And if I can say, Jim, Speaker Johnson said the other day, stay away from this DEI stuff. It's not helpful. Focus on the record and the facts. The RNC puts together what we call the book. It's an opposition research document. It can be hundreds of pages. There's so much material in there about her record as vice president, attorney general, senator. You've got the material right there. Use that.
And very quickly, Jim, last night I moderated, along with Maria Teresa Kumar, a call of Latina leaders. Up to 5,000 at one point had joined the call. The energy and the mobilization and just the love for this woman who, as Jamal said, represented them, their families, their aspirations, where they wanted to go in this country versus the dark, the existential threat that somebody like Donald Trump and now J.D. Vance, who are actually focused on the He-Man Women's Hater Caucus, is something that is going to be a huge contrast going into this election.
I don't know how many people have been holding their breath, waiting to see this new, nicer version of the former president. We've covered him for many, many years. There have been ebbs and flows about whether this would be a different, more presidential, more serious, more nicer, however you want to describe it. Trump is the same Trump. The fact that he's choosing to go about now characterizing his new opponent and rival by calling her dumb, by criticizing her liberal past, by mispronouncing her name. I mean, I'm just wondering, how effective is that outside of the MAGA base?
So like I said before, being nice doesn't earn votes. Being nice doesn't help you win elections. If you're too soft, you're too nice, you want to be the nice guy, you want to turn the other cheek, these Democrats will destroy you. So finally, we're going to look at this ad. And I believe this ad is devastating to the Harris campaign. And the more eyes Trump can get on this ad, the more people are going to be against Harris. There's so much dirt, so much of the dumb stuff that Harris has said, like open border policies, like not wanting to do anything for black people, the way she said it. It's so much crap. Like the fact that she's fake, she's a phony, she called Biden a racist, and next thing you know, she wants to be his VP. She's sitting here lying about her race, talking about she's black, when we all know damn well that she's Asian. She's worse than Elizabeth Warren with that. But it's so much crap spreading on Instagram, spreading on TikTok, so many people getting their eyes on it. Even though some people know the truth, they just can't help themselves because they're emotional brainwashed sheep. They're going to vote for her anyways and deny the reality. But it's so much crap already spreading about her that this honeymoon phase that she's in is going to fade out pretty quickly. And her poll numbers are going to be crushed. So let's take a look.
If you thought Joe Biden was radical, just wait until you get to know Kamala Harris. She's dangerously liberal.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her.
You know, for far too long, the status quo thinking has been to believe that by putting more police on the street, you're going to have more safety. And that's just wrong.
You're confident this border's secure?
We have a secure border.
We're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals. That's correct.
People who are convicted in prison, like the Boston Marathon bomber, on death row, they should be able to vote?
I think we should have that conversation.
Abolish ICE. Yeah. Is that a position that you agree with?
Listen, I think there's no question that we've got to critically re-examine ICE, and we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's new darling of the party. She 60 Minutes this weekend proudly calling herself a radical, and she's promoting policies like saying that every single carbon emission in the country, every car, should be eliminated within the next 11 years, everything from a 70 to 80% tax rate. Do you agree that she could possibly, in this ideology of the socialist left, could splinter your party?
No, you know, I think that's fantastic.
So Trump needs to ramp things up, keep up the attack. All that unity crap is out the window. They tried to assassinate this man. We already know it was a deranged Democrat who tried to do it. They tried to kill him, tried to bankrupt him, tried to put him in jail, destroyed his reputation, laughed at him. And they're still sitting here, a lot of them like George Reed, sitting here talking about, was it a real assassination? Was this thing staged? Was it fake? Complete garbage. Talking about remove the bandage from your ear. Oh, can we get a medical report? We don't know. I'll tell you what. You can get this medical report about Trump's ear once we get a real medical report on Joe Biden's brain and this Parkinson's disease, whatever the hell is going on with him. But until you release that, don't worry about Trump's medical report. But There you have it, a bunch of emotion. They have nothing of substance, no policies. All they're going to do is try to push Trump derangement and emotion. Oh, Trump is mean. Oh, Harris, she's such a likable person. Don't you like her? Isn't she cool? She locked up black people. She tried to imprison a man even though there was evidence to show that he shouldn't have been in prison. She kept people young, their sentenced to use them as slave labor, fighting wildfires in California. But isn't she a cool lady? Don't you like her? Vote for her. Look, she's black. And Trump, he's mean, he's deranged, he's unhinged. Oh, this lady, she talks, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, you came out of a coconut. What the hell is she talking about? Word salad, the queen of word salad? But remember, she's a black lady, she's cool. You can vote for her. And Trump is mean, he's orange and mean. But let me know what you guys think. Leave me your thoughts below, share the video. Thanks for watching.